Hello everyone, it's Leigh here from Leigh's Art Studio, and it's Margarete Miller time. So Margarete Miller Challenge is 52 weekly collage assignments to do, and we're up to week 12, and the prompts for this week, well, there's just one, and it is, do you ever order takeout? My answer to that is not very often. And what you have to do is use a takeout menu with other restaurant and food images and ephemera to make a collage. So this one's hard for me straight off the bat because I don't have any takeout menus. I did try printing one off, but then quite by accident I ended up with one from a Chinese restaurant. It's huge, it's shiny, it's got very few images on it. I don't know whether I'll be using this or not. The only other thing I had was a magazine from the supermarket with images of food in it, or a recipe book from one of the local restaurants here called Spirit House, and they specialise in Asian cuisine, so they have their own cookbook out, and there was a few of these types of images in it, so I thought maybe I could incorporate that into my collage. Another one I found which I really loved because of the colours in it was this. I've got a few other images that I cut out of various pages from magazines, ads for local coffee houses and restaurants and things that I might be able to use in here. And when I think of Chinese restaurants or Asian cuisine, I always sort of think of red. So I've got that red serviette. I've got an image of a restaurant up at Mullaney, which is in the hinterlands, just away from where we live. That one sort of looks like Asian, especially with the chilies. That might get used. Then I had this, but these ones, I don't think that they work too well with what I'm doing. We'll see. And that's a bit of a failed jelly print and gold paper. And then I had a scrapbook paper book in my pad and had that image in it, and I like that, but it's so big. But I might be able to just get a bit of that in there somehow, as maybe use that as my background. But then I've got this which I wanted to use as my background, so I need to make a decision as to what I'm going to use off here. This one I could probably cut out that bit. We'll see. First of all, I have to make my background. So I've got my little book that I've been using. So that was last week's, and I might just use this next page on. As I said, I'm trying to fill this book up. I've had it for a couple of years. Got a couple of the Take 5 challenges in it, but and a couple that I've just done for other things. That was the Let's Use Napkins challenge with Susan and Sherry. But this is where I've just wiped excess paint onto the page, just to rather than waste it. The same there. I've got one in here that's upside down, completely upside down, and I've got a few of the Take 5 ones where I don't really like them, where the paint has dried too dark and things like that, so eventually I'll go through and fix them all up. That is actually what I did in place of the upside down one, which was a boho themed. This one was interesting, even though it's upside down, because I actually glued a piece of fabric on there all the way across that page. The book is starting to get nice and chunky. I love that look. So let's go back to that page where I was going to go. There we are. Now I thought I could, I'm thinking probably just to keep it a little bit more understated, that section of the paper would be better. I need to get rid of that top edge. I need to tear it off down the side here, so I need to come in to about there and get rid of that, and to about there. I'm just going to tear it. I don't mind if it's not straight. Hope everybody's fine, having a good day. I'm actually running late with my Margarete Miller video. I normally have these made well and truly days before they're due to go up, but not this week. It's been a topsy-turvy week for us here. Different things happening. I'm going to have to pull a bit off here. strange paper this. It's really quite thin, but it's soft. It's got a softness about it. I'm not sure how to describe it. Go to that corner. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just ink around that before I glue it down. I'm waiting for the hoons to come past because it's generally what happens as soon as I start filming a video. I live on a corner and it's a fairly quiet neighbourhood, but every now and then, because there's a few rentals around here, and because the rents are so high, you get groups of people, you know, like multiple tenants. Yeah, so you might end up with half a dozen blokes all living in one house. And they'll all have cars, and yeah, and being on a corner, you hear them stop and then start again. It can be quite noisy. Let's just get some glue on here. I forgot to put the lid on my glue from the last time I used it, so it's gone really hard. I'm going to push that right down into that crease, so that when the book opens and shuts, it doesn't put any strain on that paper. There's my starting point. Oh, I'll just leave it like that. It looks nice. Ready. So now I need to decide what I'm going to put in there, how I'm going to arrange it. I can't put everything that I had. It's just way too much. I just need to make a few decisions. Where's the menu gone? I like this section because it's got the Chinese writing as well as English. It's got numbers. So maybe that in there somewhere. And then it's got this nice image. It is very shiny though. So I'm going to tear this bit off. So I definitely want to use that. And where did I see them? Well, that's a nice image there. That and that one. Apart from that, there's only that bit. Oh, here's one bit. Oops. Well, that went really well. There's the wood. I'll just put that aside. I don't think there's anything else I want off that at the moment. Okay, so I use those bits, and then this I'll just tear around. Don't want any corners. Straight edges can go. Oh, don't want to tear that bit off. I like that. Where's my ink? There it is. Just going to ink the edge of that. Beautiful morning here today. Early it was. It was so nice and fresh. I love this time of year. It has unfortunately been quite hot and wet. We're still getting showers, but the rain, the actual, like, we're not getting days and days of rain like we were before. Thank goodness for that. And I think even down south it's not as bad, because once the system moved away from Queensland, made its way down to into New South Wales, caused havoc down there. So I think I want to tear off all this numbering and get rid of the straight edge, of course. Maybe something like that. And we'll work out where I'm putting them later. So this is just going to be my background. Normally, if you've watched me do my collages in the past, I've actually painted my backgrounds, done that sort of thing, but I don't want to do that this time. I just want to, I mean, I'm still going to add some little highlights with inks and things, but I predominantly want to just use collage. So if that goes something like that, maybe not use that one, ink around this. This colour that I'm using is walnut stain. So it'll go there like that. It can go here. So I need to get some food images on there. And I did want to put something from this onto it as well. This main image, I think. I'm just going to quickly cut around that. Just going to cut the bottom of it off. It's too big. That'll do. So that could sit. Let's go back here. Now we've got that, and we had that under there. But if I put that on top of it, it's going to hide that thing, so that can come away. That can go there like that. And I could save that for something else. Then I just need to find some images of food. So that looks Asian-y. It says Italian, but I'll go with that. That bit with the chili, here we go. That's definitely an Asian dish, so that can come out of there. Got some things here that I can pop in. Not particularly the hamburger though. I'll have to cover the hamburger over. Okay, and that's smashed avocado, so that has to go. Let's just cut out that meal. So we've got 2 Asian looking meals. 3 Asian looking meals. I have this one, which isn't Asian, but I just love it. I really want to use that image in here somewhere. It could go both ways. Maybe get rid of the background and then I can judge a bit better whether I'm going to put it in. I don't think I can really fit that in there. Just doesn't seem right. So we'll go with these ones. So that one I have to cut the side off, so that would be okay over here. I want those chilies. So move that closer. Then I could put that on the side, but it's upside down. They can go there. I want to try and join the 2 pages together, link them. So possibly that there. So then up there, link those 2 pages like that. And I have some strips off the menu, so I could put a piece of that down there, put that over there. I want a place to put that, because last time I didn't leave enough room on my page for it. This is the name of that restaurant. While I don't want to advertise the restaurant itself, I do like the word, the actual words. I'm going to cut it in half. Put that bit there. Maybe put that bit in here. And that could go there. Just going to cut out the prompt. Hope you could see what I was doing then. Probably can't. Squeeze that in underneath a bit of menu. Like that. Yeah, I might put that upside down there. Put that there like that. I don't want to cover up these little symbols. I think they're gorgeous. So here, I don't mind if you cover up the prompts a bit. Okay, like that, like that. That comes over the over the join. That can go there. We'll just tear the edge of that one and then ink it. I should have inked it in red. Didn't think of that. Go so that. That's done. That's done. Just cover the white up on that piece of paper. Actually, I just thought of a better place to put my prompts and pop them in there. Around that. Around this one. And I might just glue this down. Hopefully I'll remember where everything goes. Sticky glue. Going there. Add that over here. Maybe there, and then put that inside it. Okay, so we need to just glue down 3 edges. I cleaned this because it was all blocked up, and now it's just gone the opposite way, pouring out. There was all lumps of glue stuck up in the nozzle. I was poking them out all the time, but then every time you put the pin in it, you actually push the lumps of glue down into the glue itself, and then when you go to squeeze, those lumps get pushed down into the nozzle and block it. So I used acetone to give it a good clean out, and after a while, to keep doing it, I'm just going to pop that in there so it doesn't adhere down. Yeah, it finally came cleaned itself out. Just trimming that word house right down. As I said, I don't want to advertise the restaurant itself, but I do want the word to be in there. And Spirit House isn't where this menu came from. This came from somewhere else. But this image is, this image here, I should say, came from the Spirit House cookbook. It's a really well-known restaurant too, on the coast. Very famous. And that piece I wanted to go there, I believe. That's how gooey the glue is. It just tore that piece of paper then. So that can go there. Then I'll just work this out again. So that was my linking piece. I'll link the 2 pages, so I would like it to go under that. Like that. That can go on there. Like so. The word spirit, where was that going to go? Underneath that, I think. Yep. Yeah, I forget. I should have taken a photo of it. I did that once and it was so helpful. I actually got everything back where it was supposed to go. Or, you know, not far off being wrong. There. Now my little bowls of food. Should pop that down, I guess. You're not in there. Let's trim the white bits off here. There's this little piece here that's got some of the Chinese writing on it, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to glue my meals onto that. That one. Maybe that has to go up here. Yeah, I like it underneath that prompts. So I'll just pop that on there. I've decided that because then I can't change my mind or forget where I was going to put it. I'll pop it there. Stick the prompts back in, and this one, I love that red, so I don't want to cover that up. Still got to put this in. It's best if it's loaded here to this side. That one. Like that, I think. Like that. Alright, let's use some of this runny glue. And that can go like that. Alright, so that's it as far as the collage goes. What I am going to do now is some stamping or stenciling. I'm just going to let all that glue dry off before I start doing that. I've got some gesso, white gesso, that I might use to just knock back some of that so it doesn't look quite as busy. I've also got a red, it's called rhubarb stalk, red ink and a grey ink. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, and a couple of stencils. So that one which is the scallops, the splotches, that one which I made myself, and then bubbles or circles. I'm not sure which I'm going to use where. I need to make that decision. I think what I'll do is use the circles, and I'm going to just with white put some circles there. Typically one of the neighbours has started gardening as soon as I turn on the camera. It's either the hoons or the gardeners. So I'm just, oops, trying to get that back where it was. Dry brushing some of that on there. Just wanted to take away some of the busyness. It's very light. Just on here. And across the bottom. And then I'm going to ink. Oops, too much. That's sort of knocked it back a little bit. Now around the edges I wanted to sort of bring them out a little bit. So I'm going to use this brush. I don't know, I think this grey, I'll try the grey to start with because I don't want it to be too, and you know, in your face sort of thing. So I'll do some of these blotches. Yeah, it's alright. It's not really exciting though, is it? I suppose the more I get on there, the better it'll look. So let's work our way across the top of the page. Because they're only little holes, they don't, you know, you can't really put too much on. It's quite subtle. I think I got this stencil from Kaisercraft, and in amongst their clearance stuff. A bit down this side here. That'll do for that. I might change now. Let's get that out of the way before I put my arm in it and put something in it. Change to the red. Now I have to be really careful with this because this is potent, this colour. Just very lightly brushing through that. I glued the prompts onto the back of, onto a piece of the paper that this design came out of. Just going to rub the excess red ink off onto that white. Pop it back in there. Now I would like to just go around the edge of some of these elements. I'm just going to very lightly do that. Just adds a little bit more definition. So someone with a whippersnipper going to town outside there somewhere. Probably across the road. And sometimes when I've been watching Pam at the paper outpost, so there'll be a gardener who will come start mowing when she's filming. Know how she feels. Okay, so that's given that just a little bit of definition. Let's go along the side here. And I won't worry about anywhere else. What else can I do? I might just doodle around these flowers and petals, just for the heck of it. And talking about doodling, I hope you've checked out our doodling challenge. So that's Julie and I. So the prompt, if you want to look at the playlist, is hashtag 2022 Doodle Challenge, MAR for March. So that's been a lot of fun. I think there's about 18 or so videos up there at the moment. The last time I looked anyway. I need to check back on that. Yeah, so if you want to join in, the instructions are in the video description box, and you can post on YouTube, Instagram or Facebook. So I do want to put a border, a little doodly border around here, or do I want to ink around it? I'm actually thinking that I would like to ink around that, so I just need to get a red sponge. A box of sponges here. It looks like it's had red on it. Oh, and I found my date stamp. Hadn't been able to lay my hands on it for quite some time. And then all of a sudden it popped up somewhere. So I'll just put the date down there. So it's the 19th of March 2022. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done. Can't think of anything else that I really want to put on there. I don't want to overload it. So that's it. Make sure you check out the playlist. So under hashtag 2022 CWP12, and if you want to buy Margarete's downloadable planner or the assignment sheets, there's a link to that in my video description. Hope you enjoy looking at what everybody's made, as I said, the prompt for this week was to use a takeout menu with other restaurant and food images and ephemera to make a collage. So I've tried to keep this really simple. I've used an Asian inspired background piece of paper, some menu and some images, and some images out of an actual Asian cookbook that is put out by Spirit House Restaurant. Alright, so that's my Margarete Miller for week 12. Remember, creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Be kinder than you need to be. Next video. Cheers from Australia. Bye for now.